Alright, I guess, okay. It's an Irelia, a Nautilus, and I summoned Karma. And we're gonna be fighting a Kale, the new champion, Varus, and a Heimerdinger. I guess I'm basically gonna start up with saying that I play champions that everyone hates, that no one else plays, and that everyone says sucks. Okay? Great. I like those champions. I like how they are played. And that's just what that is. I like it, okay? So, pretty much, I just want to make this video... Ooh, okay. I just want to make this video with some commentary. It's not going to be very official, but it is going to show you what I like to do when I play as these champions. I'm going to do one as Evelyn as well, and I know what you guys are thinking already. I know what you're all thinking here. But I'm going to do one as Evelyn. I'll fast forward through the parts that are uninteresting. And basically, put on your dancing shoes, because it's going to be a fun game. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit.
30 seconds until minions
The main part that I'm going to get to is what I do when people dive me, what I do in team fights, and the prioritization,
minions have spawned.
if that's even a word, that I use on my teammates when we're in certain situations. Now, they're gonna keep trying to gank us. That's pretty simple. If you got low HP, to be honest, you're the one that's the squishiest. If they're gonna target you, shield yourself. And we're gonna speed it up just a little bit, mainly because nothing's happening here. The one thing that I will say is that Karma is bad early game. She is extremely bad early game. She's okay mid game, and she's amazing in support late game on any map that there is. That's my personal opinion. You can debate that until the cows come home, but it doesn't really matter. That's what I think. Okay, as long as you can get a few levels.
First blood.
Yeah, that first blood kind of annoyed me. But as long as you can get a few good levels, then you're ready to support your teammates as well as deal damage. She's one of the supports in the game that you can support yourself and your teammates as well as dealing damage to everyone else around you at the same time with the same exact skill. Because her ult is the mantra. Now, I will usually cast Soul Shield on minions so that if your teammate is a pansy like that Nautilus is, that you can still cause damage and have some long distance poke without getting totally owned all the time. Now, we're going to go a little bit farther into the future. I'm going to stay on the bottom lane when I'm doing this because that's what's most important. What he does at the top lane, screw the top lane. Okay, what he does at the top lane is unimportant at the moment. The main thing that's going to happen is when we get into the team fights, that's what I want to show you people. So we're going to go a little bit further. Keep on poking. The only problem that I had with this particular team comp, or rather the opposing team's team composition, was that they had two long distance people attacking, and I can't poke as Karma anywhere near as well as you can on any other champion. So we had a little bit of trouble with this game. See, I already basically got back to the turret and I already needed to go back. Now, the first item that I get is Kages' lucky pick. Because let's face it, you're Karma. Everyone hates you, no one likes you, you're a support on the threes map, and everyone's gonna not like you for any particular reason. So unless you steal all the minions from your tanky DPS or your whatever that's doing the damage, which they'll get pissed off, you have to get some gold. So first item I always rush is Kages' lucky pick, and I leave it that way. I don't upgrade it anymore. I used to, but I don't. Now I'm gonna fast forward just a tad bit. I harassed with the Spirit Bond because she had no mana, and Varus hurts a lot at the moment. In a while, I'm going to have to save the Nautilus a few times, but he still kind of doesn't do what I want him to do, or rather, there was bad communication at this point. When you're the support, what you say goes, basically. What you can and can't do, you have to tell your teammates that so that they don't say, why did you support me, if they end up dying. That turret fell down so early. Okay. 7-minute turret, LOL. The next item that I usually get is boots, because, again, your karma, you can't really get out very fast. Take flash and ignite so that you can get the bonus AP from the ignite when it's on cooldown. And her passive is... See now, okay, this is what I want you to see. Okay. He flashes out and chases very foolishly through the turret. Now, I use the shield on the minion to give him more damage, and then Heavenly Wave on him to pick up that kill. Now, she comes in, heals herself, tries to get that kill, but I use Ignite on her, get the Spirit Bond onto her, and pick up a double kill. When you are in your turret or fighting in your turret, make sure that you don't panic, because as Karma, you have everything that you need to keep yourself alive, especially when people try to dive you. All that I did there was used the mantra to shield and blast the people, as well as used the Spirit Bond to slow them while they were in the turret so that they couldn't go anywhere. Basically, she excels at turtling because she's Karma, as well as making people think that you're gonna die when you're really not. Her passive, like I was gonna say before, when it got to the point when it was like, oh man, because I had to talk, was the Inner Flame, and she gets AP depending on how low her HP is. She's kind of like a reverse Olaf, whom can get more attack speed based on how low his health is. So if your health gets really, really low and you shield on yourself, you are going to get a good amount of AP that you can just burst all at the last minute while supporting your teammates. Right there, Nautilus basically fed, so LOL to that. Pretty much, if you stay at your turret until you get enough levels, then you can do pretty much anything. Now, I try to keep him immobilized, which I do very well, and then he ends up falling to the turret's damage again, and I pick up a killing spree. Here, we barely save this turret, and it's because Nautilus chases out that we weren't able to finish it fast enough. I had to use a mantra to clean up the rest of the minions. I personally don't think that this Nautilus was very good. I sort of had to carry this game, but it's whatever. That's what I do. I'm support. Okay. Now, right here, he uses his ult, and he brings her back in. I use the Spirit Bond on him so that he can always stay close. She ults because we scare her into doing it. Now, as we go on, he exhausts. I try to pick up the kill. He flashes in. I have one mantra left. And I use it to get out, because he chickened out of the fight. We couldn't finish it out. Basically, you can get out of sticky situations with your mantra as well. There are 3 people at bottom. The turret falls down. I tried to defend it, but I can't because our top was late down to the game. I'm going to fast forward it quite a bit now. Going to go back to normal mode. I'm going to fast forward. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back alive. We're back to the bottom. This is another really interesting group fight. I go in and I initiate with the Soul Shield. Now, she uses her ult, Mystic Simba. He pulls her right back in and slows her into the rope. We're walloping down on the Kale, and he's still chasing. Varus blasts his ult so that it keeps us immobile and we can't do much of anything. He flashes back in and tries to clean it up. Then I flash back in, and unfortunately I don't remember if I was able to save her or not. Oh, okay, I used the shield. Yes, okay, I cleaned it up. And then she finishes that. We get onto Varus with that shield. I don't mantra it because I run out. I get onto him with Heavenly Wave. She launches onto him, and we finish it to ace. Okay, now I'm starting to remember that. That was a pretty clean team fight. Between you and your mantra, you have to decide what you're going to do before you do it. You can't just launch it in and think, okay, I hope this goes for the best. Fast forwarding yet again, we're going to go a little bit farther into the game. Also, well, one thing I like about Karma is that you can clean up neutral camps in literally an instant. You blast Heavenly Wave, then mantra a Soul Shield onto yourself, bam, those wraiths are gone. Yeah, and the Nautilus was kind of annoying. Yay, turtling is so fun. And I was like, it's not our fault. We have a lack of damage. If you want to go in there, I'll follow you. You know, it's like, if you want to do what you're going to do, then I will support it because that's what I do. But if you die, it's your fault and not mine. So, basically, at this point, I'm doing a lot of damage because she's hitting me and I am trying to rack it up on her while she's going toe-to-toe with me. We're going to fast forward just a little bit more. Alright, I soul shielded onto him thinking that he would... Soul shield? Really? I spirit bonded onto him thinking that he was going to go in. But he didn't and he wasted it, but it's okay. Now, I soul shield onto myself to keep the damage low. He goes in and he initiates. So we're going to fast forward that a little bit. She ults, and right as we are about to clean it up, I soul shield onto her and we scare her into flashing. Now, we almost clean up this kill before she goes down, but we don't quite get it because the Heimerdinger set up a gangbang. We go through the turrets, we just ignore them, and then go straight down for it, and we clean Kale up too. Alright, at this point, I was just able to get enough for my needlessly large rod. It's gonna go into my Deathcap, obviously. I always build Deathcap first now, besides the Kages lucky pick. You can fool around with CDR if you want, because it does affect mantra cooldown, which is wonderful. I've gotten it to 12 seconds, and it's great for group fights, especially when you have to use mantra for Heavenly Wave, which you don't do very often in group fights, because it's like it's a waste of mantra. You're going to want to be slowing people or shielding people. Healing people is not exactly top priority for Karma. It just doesn't do as much early game to really matter. That's why I max it last. I max Soul Shield first, I max it second, I max Soul Shield first, Heavenly Wave second, and Spirit Bond last, because if you match a Spirit Bond, it slows double anyway, and it's really great. I love it. Not too many players get out unless they have Flash or Ghost. Okay, we're gonna fast forward just a little bit more. And yet again, there at the top, I'm able to finish out one of them at bottom. Now, I'm going to slow it down here too. He is not realizing that I have no cooldowns and no mantra. That's one thing that you have to watch for when you are fighting with a Karma. If they have no mantra, then they can't really help you realistically. So don't blame it on the Karma if you die. I had no cooldowns and no mantra. No go. Always get the boots of lucidity, Ionian boots. It's like, if you don't get any cooldown reduction, that's almost a useless Karma. At this point, we are sort of winning, but not exactly. Obviously, you can tell that's something stupid. Okay. Now, I bet you're wondering, okay, well, do you build any support items like Spirit Massage and things like that? You know, it's like, why don't you build those? How come you go straight AP? Why'd you get that skin? Why are you gay? I'm going to show you why, okay? Now, I'm going to keep on fast forwarding until we get to another group fight. I believe another one's going to happen at bottom. Unfortunately, the Irelia is at top jungling around, so it's a 2-on-3 at the bottom. Now, when we're going in, I'm trying to harass, but we have no minions because they killed them all. So unfortunately, I'm in a tight spot because I can't mantra my soul shield onto anything and poke them from a long distance. Always make sure that you are aware of your surroundings when you're coming. Now, we scare him into bursting the ult. All of us are at low HP. He ults, and then Nautilus uses his ult. Unfortunately, he doesn't tank, he runs back. So it scared me into using my shield onto our Irelia, and unfortunately, that last block kills me. Always communicate with your tank, because if you don't, you're going to end up dead. It sucks. Now watch this. Nautilus charges that up, and BAM! Hits both of them. Now, if they were any lower, that Nautilus, I meant Varus. That Varus almost gets a double kill because they were going together like that. Anyways, we're going to speed this up again until I get back to life. Speed, speed, speed. Okay. Now, he's up at top, trying to backdoor the turret, which he was doing a great job as. I get him with both those skills. He's close enough for me to get the soul shield on. And she's gonna come into the bush, and I feed her a kill. Not after getting a 57 auto hit, but BAM! Gets the rampage. After we get the Irelia fed a bit, everything starts to go a little bit easier, but it's still an annoying game. No. At this point, he's trying to get the no, he's not trying to get the dragon. That's a little bit later. We scare him into flashing. I'm still at the bottom defending. Now, here is where I believe we get another kill, but I'm not sure. We scare her into ulting. I have the spirit bond on her. He's running up, slows her. We have slow lock, so that's pretty cool. I'm about to shield him. BAM! Just melts her HP off, pulls her back in, heavenly wave, BAM! Cleans up the kill like easy. Alright, it's springtime. Sorry about my sniffles. At this point, I'm trying to push now because we have enough minions and enough damage to be able to actually contest anything. So, here's where the fun stuff happens. I only have one mantra at the moment. He gets scared into ulting and tries to run out. He slows the Varus just barely. Goes out. And just as he pulls him in, I soul shield onto him to get that damage. She blasts in with her attack, slows him, Nautilus ults, and then knocks her up so that she can't do anything. The second that ult goes off, everyone retargets. Which is what I liked. Okay, now, I cleaned that up, and we're gonna chase back in. She launches onto her. Again, I soul shield to get that damage up. I flash in, ignite, heavenly wave, and I pick up a double kill at the turret. I go right back out. And here's where Heimerdinger foolishly goes in to try to contest this, a 3-on-1. I'm not even gonna slow-mo this because it's not even worth it. Fact is, he gets totally destroyed. Alright. And we got an ace. Now we're going to fast forward a little bit. We clean that turret up, and we don't get the inhibitor because we don't want them to turtle on supers. If you ace and people are low on HP, they can stay out and push if you just use a mantra to use Heavenly Wave. You can heal them and it's okay if you have enough mana. It's fine. It's whatever, you know, it's just a heal. Just so that they can stay out and be more productive. Now, I pinged those 2 top buffs, so we're going to try to go up there and get those. And watch this. Now, Varus is unaware that I am at the bottom because they have no ward. Now, he tries to get her. I go into the bush, use a mantra early, and then, right when he launches back in, BAM! I use the shield. Melts his HP down. Then I follow it up with Heavenly Wave. BAM! Again, that HP goes down. Then I use the Spirit Bond, so he's not getting anywhere even if he flashed. Picks up another kill for Rylais. Now, at this point, he backdoors the turret, which I was kind of pissed off about, but it's whatever. He's Heimerdinger. Okay, great. Throw him a bone. Now, right here, I believe this is where she tries to get froggy with me, so we're going to see what happens. Okay. I shield onto the minion. Bam, 1/3 of her HP's gone. She heals. And then he ults, and so does the Kale. He goes back in there with the hook arm thing. They even bursted their heal. I use Soul Shield, and it drains both of them. He heals him again. I use Heavenly Wave, and in each of these team fights I am whittling them down so much that it's easy to pick up the kill. Look at this, one swing, BAM! Alright, and then he flashes out, which I don't know why he had to flash out. I mean, all that did was made me have turret damage. Poke. But yeah, I don't know why he wasted flash there. I really think that Nautilus was kind of inexperienced, but whatever. And then, oh, okay, I was happy about that. So we're going to fast forward a little bit more. I get another sight ward. And I say to wait in that bush because he's trying to get the dragon. Oh, nice free kill! So he tries to go in there. I Spirit Bond onto her. Bam, try to get that. I was hoping that I would clean him up with the shield before he flashed because I knew he was going to chicken out. Then Simba's like, oh yeah, Leroy Jenkins, and runs in there, tries to get that kill, and I help succeed from the top. And I use the Heavenly Wave again from the top because they can't really hit me. Now, scares Kale into ulting onto the Heimerdinger again. Mystic Simba is chasing in again, and I'm still at the top hoping that I'll be able to do something. Scares them into healing again. And then I decide that, okay, it's time to stop messing around. I burn my flash. Use Heavenly Wave. She cleans him up. Then I ignite onto the Kale so she can't heal. And we clean it up with a Heavenly Wave. Now, after this group fight, they surrendered, I believe. I actually don't exactly remember. But we clean up this turret. And yep, that was when they surrendered. Bam. Okay. Now, then you see the glorious victory screen. Okay. So, basically, I just wanted